Hey guys, Scout Girl Chrissy here, and I wanted to do this video about my first weekend of shadowing to become an instructor. And I wanted to wait until today specifically to talk about this weekend. So I shadowed Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, a 16-hour class for the Washington permit testing. And I wanted to wait until today, partially just to absorb everything from the weekend, but partially because exactly 1 year ago today, probably around this time of day, maybe a couple hours ago, I failed my permit skills class. And I was very devastated. I was very devastated. You can watch my boring intro alert video to see how how that day went for me. But it's crazy to think about the fact that I went from failing that class and thinking I'm gonna have to sell my bike, I'm never gonna be able to figure this out, to getting fully endorsed and getting about 3,600 miles under my belt last year, a lot of those miles solo, and now working on becoming an instructor. It's a pretty cool feeling. One of my major mentors is Donna Palladino. She was so sweet, and she reached out to me and was just so supportive and inspirational. And if you haven't seen any of their videos, go on Ride Like a Pro, either their website and order their stuff, or you can watch them for free on YouTube. Donna is just a badass. She really is, and she is so sweet. And I don't get any kickbacks for plugging them, but I have learned so much from Jerry and Donna, and one of these days I'm going to meet them in person, and I'm just going to give them the biggest hug ever, because I would not be the motorcyclist I am today without them, and I've never even met them in person. And also a special shout out to Aaron, my boyfriend, who was very consoling and was also very patient with me. We bought some cones. We went down to the local school parking lot, and he was watching me, giving me tips, and giving me tricks, being supportive. And without him and without Donna and Jerry, I don't know if I would actually be here making this video for you today. So there's my little sappy plug about all that. So this weekend, so the curriculum that I am learning is by Puget Sound Safety. I'm not taking the MSF instructor course. I am taking the Puget Sound Safety instructor course. And with that, I learned that I actually took the MSF class last year. And now, having seen both ways, I personally feel like I would have done better had I taken the PSS style class last year, just knowing what I know now. Back then I didn't know that there was a difference. I just signed up, for the class. But I learned a lot this weekend from all the various instructors I met. Every single person at WMST that I have met has been absolutely fabulous, incredibly encouraging, and it seems like they all work really well together, which is awesome. That's always awesome. And it was an amazing experience to be able to watch from the outside, to watch. We kept calling them our little ducklings. Well, me and the other shadow, we were calling them our little ducklings because we did the very first exercise they did on a moving motorcycle is waddle, waddle, stop. And it was great to see them progress from the fear and hesitation that they had even just during that exercise where they were walking their bike 2 to 3 feet at a time and stopping, to 14 of the 16 of our students passing their skills test. So if you're not familiar with Washington State testing as of now, you take a 50-question written test for your permit, and then you also take a 5-skill riding test. So you do a 5-cone weave, and then you stop in a box. You do a right turn into a left-handed U-turn, stop in a box. You do a swerve. You can swerve either direction, but it has to be a controlled swerve. So there's a gate that you have to go through, go around and come back in. And then there's a quick stop, and then there's also curves with what they call a speed trap, which is just a straightaway where you have to get up to speed. We were working on them getting up into second and getting to around 15 to 18 miles an hour. So we had a real smart class. They gave great discussion during the classroom portion. The camaraderie between them on the sidelines was awesome. And it was just really inspiring and definitely a little humbling, being a newer rider, only riding for the last year, and not all the time. The last year I took a break over the fall and winter, but I feel like for me that is going to be actually a plus as opposed to a detriment, because I don't have a bunch of years of experience to unlearn as far as teaching this curriculum to students. That, and I'm also very excited to learn from the other instructors. I am signed up to do a track day with them. Actually, on this bike, I'm going to take this big loud cruiser to the track and learn some cornering skills with her. It's not as much about speed. The ones that want speed can get speed, but the ones that just want technique, we can get technique as well. And then I'll also be taking what they call the street skills class, which is the class after your endorsement class, which is on your own bike, and it's just a bunch of additional skills. So I'm very excited for that. I'm excited to take little bits and pieces of everybody's knowledge and get to put it together and make myself a better rider, and also make us all safer out there, because the more new riders that get training, the safer we all are out there. So it was exciting and humbling. The first day called for rain, and it was sunny and 70, so I sunburned the crap out of my face the first day. And then the second day was blowing sideways, dumping rain. So we had a little bit of everything this weekend. I met a couple other shadows. One gentleman is at the same point as I am. It was his first shadow. And then the other gentleman is on his 4th shadow. So we have 4 shadows to do. We have to take the street skills class. We have to do some demo videos. And we have a couple of riding tests as well as a written test. So I'm hoping that in July I'll be done with everything. It's somewhat self-paced in that, the quicker you can get the shadows done and the videos done and that kind of stuff, the quicker you can become certified and start teaching. But realistically, it takes at least a month to get your 4 shadows done, because they don't really want you to be picking up doing all 4 shadows in one week. They want you to take your time and shadow different instructors, different class setups. We have 3 different ranges in this state. Silverdale's about 3 hours for me, so I don't really think I'll be going to Silverdale. But the Auburn, my 3rd shadow, I'm going to try and set up down in Auburn to be able to get a feel for that range. Because Everett and Auburn are probably the 2 I'll try and teach at. And I don't know where this is going to go, honestly. I have a gal that I'm talking to who's one of the instructors, and it's her full-time gig now. And she lives not super far from me. and she teaches at all 3 schools. Like I said, I'll be doing Everett and Auburn, but who knows? You know, this could maybe be a full-time gig for me. I'm keeping my mind completely open. So, yeah, that's really the gist of this weekend. You know, like I said, exactly 1 year ago today, I was in that class. I was one of those ducklings. And now I'm here. And I'm super excited. So this coming weekend, I will have shadow number 2. I will not be shadowing the classroom portion. I will be shadowing the 2 range times. So yeah, that's how that's gonna go. And I'll make a video. They're gonna be 2 different instructors this time, so I'll make another video about that class. You know, it's gonna be new students, different teachers I haven't met yet. Yeah, so I will definitely keep y'all posted on how stuff goes, but as of now, that weekend was phenomenal. Everyone I met was phenomenal, and I can't wait to do it again. So feel free to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, share. I'll be posting more videos of this journey into becoming an instructor. I'll be posting videos of some of the stuff I'm going to add to the bike. I will be getting my headset for my helmet to post ride videos. So it should be an exciting year for growing a channel. Trying to grow a channel. Alright guys, well, rock on. Keep the rubber down. Be safe.